Hi everyone, it's Thursday night. It's time, of course, for GG Gaming Gone Mad. Looking forward to talking about all the weekend sports betting, including a competition we'll run on the Dubai Sevens. I know the boys are beginning stuck into that this afternoon. I haven't seen anything yet, but I do know that Sean Nicholas has been on absolute fire and the bookies are on the run. So do tune into our 9 o'clock show because we can be focusing quite a bit on the Dubai Sevens on that show. If you are new to the channel, do go down below and hit the subscribe button. And yet, let's introduce a regular guest tonight, of course, Gary Lentin down in Cape Town, I would imagine. Gary, good to have you back on the show.
Yeah, pretty good to be here, Brent. Always good to be here. How are you doing?
No, good, thanks, man. It's been a crazy week. I don't know what it is about December, but I always feel the need to play poker in December. So we played our tournament, our year-end tournament last week, and I must tell you, I did cash. I managed to come fourth out of the 15, so I cashed. I went out on pocket aces, I can tell you as well. Pocket aces against a set of tens. And then last night I played another little game, and yeah, it went okay. I didn't play too badly, but for example, the one hand I lost, I had a nut flush and I lost to a straight flush. It was one of those type of nights, you know. And I mean, our cards were up, so I was really unlucky. There was like 2 cards in the deck that could save him, and they did save him. But thoroughly enjoyed it. And yourself, what you been up to, Gary?
No, all good, all good. I just want to say that you got the first thing you tipped on the show completely wrong. I'm not in Cape Town, I'm in Joburg, but nice guess. I'm staying at a hotel. Let's kick this one off, right? I'd say let's give people, everybody can have a guess. Winner gets, I'm not going to say yes or no to everybody. They put it on the chat. People get the hotel that I'm staying at, they get a 500 Rand betting voucher. Okay, and I'll give one. If nobody gets it in the first 2 minutes, I'll give a clue for a 250 Rand voucher.
Okay, excellent. Let's see. I see the guys are starting to come into the live stream now. So let's see. I'm guessing it's not going to be the obvious one that most of the guys would guess. Evening there to Robert G. So, guys, which hotel is Gary staying at? So we'll let those come in, and then I'll wait a little bit, and I'll bring them up in order, Gary, and we can see if any of them get them right.
Okay. And hello, Robbie. How you doing, my mate?
Excellent. Here we go. Okay, the guys are starting to come in. Hello to Jason, Donovan, and Emil. And yeah, Gary, it's a strange weekend, isn't it, from a sporting point of view? I mean, there is the Dubai Sevens, which I know a lot of the punters go for. I'm not particularly mad about it myself, but the guys do love it. They love the quick turnaround of games, 14 minutes, and you're on to the next game. And then, of course, we've got things like the English Premier League, which is we've also got a couple of games tonight. We could perhaps have a look at the betting on as well. And you've got the big Manchester derby.
Manchester derby coming on the weekend. We had a big Liverpool derby last night, which, you know what I mean, went exactly according to form. Nathan, All right, so Nathan's disqualified from all further competitions, right? I mean, if you had to choose between a Formula One and a TP on Louis Buerta, right, it would be a tough call for me. But anyway, nice guess, Nathan.
I was telling you, Gary, the only reason I brought up the Formula One, I thought he was saying there was Formula One this weekend to talk on for betting. It was only when I bought it, when I saw the one above him, which was Emil Korf, who also went the hotel Formula One, that I realized. But let's run through so far some of the selections and see if anything's come close.
Okay, I'm not going to say anything.
Not going to say anything at this point.
I'll definitely get it. When we do give the clue, there will be one very, very quickly. But let's wait for that. So basically, what were we talking about before that, Brent?
The weekend sport. Yeah.
A lot. You know what I mean? I think there were 6 games, 6 home teams won. No draws, yes. All 6 home teams won, you know. Will it be the same tonight? I'm not so sure. But the weekend, the Manchester derby will be big. Just sort of a little interesting point. I made Man United was our price boost last night. So anybody that backed them got great value and won a lot of money. And good luck to them. My price boost for this weekend is exactly the opposite. I boosted Man City, I think, from 1-3 or 1-4 to 2-7. You know, I think they were 1-4. We made them 2-7. I'll make Man City absolute certainties, you know. It's very difficult in a price boost to take them as a single, though. But, you know, I think that 2-7, I mean, 7-20, wherever we make them, I'll have a look just now, is good value. Like I said, tough to back them, but I wasn't that impressed with Man United last night. I thought that Spurs were very poor. Having said that, I'm going to give my tip now. I don't want anybody to moan when May comes, right? I'm going to tip 2 teams now, Brent. I hope you're writing this down. To win the FA Cup. And that's going to be FA Cup, Spurs and Leicester.
Yeah.
Okay. Unless they get a bad draw against each other somewhere along the line, I think they could play each other in the final. There's a lot going for them, you know what I mean? You'll see. Leicester, I think, will disappear out of the race for the top 4. I think, you know what I mean, they're a good side, but I think that they will battle later. They've got a very small squad. They'll concentrate on that. Mourinho is a bit of a whore when it comes to trophies, Brent? He's not
you'll want to bank one early.
Exactly. And for him, he'll make a big enough show about the FA Cup. You know what I'm saying? He's never going to say nobody else is trying. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's not that important to anybody else. But it's going to be something very, very important to Mourinho. So I'm telling you now, Robert G needs to curtail his drinking to weekends only. But I mean, maybe they will. Okay, so nobody got the hotel, I don't think, right?
Oh, well, let's have a look here. I'll just check. I'm going to just pop up and bring it up in order. Yeah, the Santon Sun.
No.
The Monte Casino.
No.
And Hope Sheffield win tonight is not a hotel. The Protea.
No.
Nothing. Okay, so no one got the hotel. So you're going to give a clue and drop it to 250, Gary?
250 is very easy. The hotel is fairly new, and it's on one of the best golf courses in the northern suburbs of Johannesburg.
All right. Let's see if the guys get that one.
Oh, hey, Brent.
What's that? Sorry, Gary?
You haven't worked it out, huh?
Yeah, let's see. Actually, I'm actually clueless, I got to say.
It was like when I sent you. No, it was like when I sent you the picture of Angel Di Maria, and I said, "Who's this guy?" The picture, and you said, "No, you don't." I said, "His first name's Angel," and you said, "Oh, Angel Cabrera." I remember. So the West Cliff. Robert, what golf course is on the West Cliff? It's on a mountain.
Yeah, and it has, so is the hotel fairly new?
The hotel's fairly new.
Okay, so the West Cliff's also been around many a year.
And the hotel's fairly new, and it's on one of the best golf courses in the northern suburbs.
In the northern suburbs. Just to mention, Robert, one of our 3 winners last week, Gary, we gave, that was for the top 5 selections in the Summer Cup, and Robert and a couple of others chose Soccer there second, and that gave them enough points. That gave them enough points to split the 2,000 Rand voucher there. So well done to the guys. And also just to mention to you, you picked us a 4,000 Rand pick 6, which you spent 3,840. And that lost. I mean, the pick 6 was almost impossible to catch, but you threw a hat. Sorry?
Pick 6 paid 5 million Rand.
5 million Rand pick 6, yeah. So, I mean, it was a crazy, but you had 160 Rand left over, and you threw that at a quartet, boxed 6 horses, 44% of the quartet. And the thing, for 160 Rand, we got a return of nearly 9,000 Rand. So everyone ended up showing a profit. That was unbelievable.
He doubled their money. I saw that. I'm really happy that. And we'll keep it rolling. Let's see if we can, tip a few more winners. We're not going to force it and do it every single week. But when we got something, we'll do it. Okay, so we're going to do that. The first 250s disappeared. I'm staying at the Houghton Hotel. I tell you guys, if you want to come to a special hotel in Joburg, come to the Houghton Hotel. The rooms it's one of the best rooms I've ever stayed in. I'll actually show you just now how cool it is. And then great spa, fantastic gym on the Houghton golf course. Even if you come out for coffee during the day, they have a little coffee bar downstairs that sells snacks and coffee and sushi for most of the day. It's really, really, I'm not getting paid to say this, but it's an amazing hotel. And it's not that expensive. This great room that I've got, right, that looks out onto the golf course, I think is like 1,800 Rand.
Gary, I may have missed this. I may have missed this one. It came in, I think, just around about the time, because bear in mind the feed's a little bit delayed. I see Jason did come in, so that he's got the 250.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm surprised Zach never sent me a private message to ask where I'm staying and then try to jump on, But no, there you go, Mr. Denman. You definitely get it. So, right, so let's move on, Brent. So what we said we're going to do, right, is, okay, so the Man City derby we've touched on. I know it's not a great sporting weekend this weekend. Things will start picking up soon when the England cricket side arrives. Yeah, like I said to you off air, things might appear a little bit more competitive now that England got beaten by New Zealand. Fact of the matter is, even with Archer and that, they couldn't bowl out those, you know what I mean? What did those 2 New Zealanders put on? Sure, they're a class act, you know what I'm saying? Nobody can take away that those 2 batters are really class batters, you know what I mean? But they couldn't bowl them out, and they couldn't even make inroads. So maybe it appears on the outside that the Test match will be a little bit more competitive, but the Test series. But I don't know. And like you said off air as well, SA Cricket's in pretty much as equal drama as SA Airways. Am I right, Brent? I mean, the 2 look like they linked right now. They're both in the same crap. Nobody wants to do anything there. they both need emergency work to get things to happen. Not that we're worried about the airline. That's not our business. But that's it. Well, there you go, Robert. That's a great one. Now, to me, that's probably the most interesting sporting event of the weekend. I follow it a lot. I followed a lot of both of these guys throughout their careers. And it is on SuperSport, right? And I think it'll be a good time. I think that maybe 9:15, 10:45 in the evening, you know what I'm saying? And
okay.
It's an interesting fight. And I mean, the first time they fought, Brent, I don't know if you have that much knowledge about it. If you want me to ramble on about it, I'll give it a little bit.
Go on. I follow boxing very loosely, and I kind of vaguely remember, but you can fill me in on that, Gary.
I think that Joshua went into the fight, I think it was 1-33, between 1-33 and 1-66 on bookmakers around the world, in Vegas especially. And he knocked Ruiz down early on for the first time in his career, I think in the third round. And Ruiz came back and knocked Joshua out. And he showed a lot of frailties, I believe. I've always thought that Joshua's chin might be a little bit suspect. Yes, he was undefeated. But when he won the title against Klitschko, he had Klitschko gone. And every time Klitschko threw something and connected, right, he wobbled Joshua. So I do worry about Joshua's chin. He's got an amazing physique and everything. But he's a big target. He's lost a lot of weight for this fight, maybe even 10 pounds, 12 pounds. But he's a big target. And he's a little bit, for me, he might be a little bit too orthodox. Whereas Ruiz got good hands, very quick hands for a fatty. You know what I'm saying, Brent? I'm allowed to say that.
Yes.
Quick hands for a fatty. And he throws from crazy angles and everything. And I think if he catch Joshua again, he beats him. And, Robert Jaman is there saying that he likes Ruiz again. History will show you that when a guy achieves an upset in a boxing match and they have a rematch, he often repeats that upset. And I see that Joshua's still 1-3. There's no value there. You know what I mean? I'm not saying go and back Ruiz, but if you feel like having a few rand on the fight, they always used to say back the price in boxing. You know what I mean? And for me, why would you not want to back the price here, hey, Brent? Think about it. The one guy is it's gone to 4.5 to 10 now, right? Well, he was. So people are following that. Why back a guy who lost last time? You know what I'm saying,
yes.
Brent? Why? So, if you're going to have a bet, I would take, a 40. I would take the 2-1, 19-10, Ruiz Jr. to beat him. First heavyweight boxing champion to come out of Mexico. It's going to be a good fight. It's definitely worth watching. If you can, he does look ready. But, he looked ready for the first fight. Don't you agree with me, Chris? The guy's always in amazing shape. You know what I mean? His abs are as big as my double chin. And he always looks great and everything. And but he couldn't do it. And that fight, if you go back to that fight, Ruiz Jr. took that fight as a replacement, hey, Brent? Joshua was meant to fight some American with a big jaw. They called him Big Baby. I forget his name now. That's terrible that I could forget his name. And he got caught with a positive, and Ruiz stepped in, just without that much preparation and managed to beat him, They both look ready. It's a huge fight. It's taking place in one of the Arab countries, the Battle of the Dunes, they're calling it, or the Fight of the Dune. Is it Abu Dhabi or one of those? I forget now. Definitely worth.
Maybe we should run a comp on this one, Gary.
Let's run a comp on that. Exactly. Let's do that. You know what I'm saying? But let's do something different this time, Brent. Every time we give something when people get it right. Let's do something. If people get it wrong, it's a boxing fight. They have to then go and get hit in the face by somebody who's got it right. No, we're not going to do that. And we don't push violence here. Okay, so let's do this. Obviously, technical knockout, disqualification, all count, right? Draw count.
Okay.
Unanimous decision, split decision, it all counts, right? Let's go with who wins the fight and when, right? The deciding factor will be, if it's a knockout, the time in the round that it gets knocked out. So give us your minute as well. You may not need that. If you get the round right and nobody else does, we're not going to go down to the minute, right? It's only if more than one person gets the round right? If it's points, again, we'd have to split it. If everybody goes unanimous and it turns out a unanimous decision, we'll just split it, right? And let's try to create a little bit of interest here and give 1,000 Rand voucher for that one, Brent?
Right. Okay. Excellent. I see some of the guys are coming in already. So just remember, guys, if you do think it's going to end, for example, as Emil does in the 8th round, just mention your time in the 8th round as well, that we can narrow it down for you there. Joshua on points. Jason Denman reckons Joshua on points. We know Jason's in a bit of form, having guessed the hotel. See what else we've got coming up here. Joshua, first round KO, says Chris.
Okay, the guys I forgot to put in the minutes, and again with the points, You know what I mean? They didn't put in whether it's going to be unanimous or split decision. So just give it as much information as you can. And that's only, guys, to split. There you go. That's only to split if there's a dead heat. Right. If there's no dead heat, it doesn't matter. You don't have to put it in, but you may as well put it in. I don't want a guy to go there now, put Ruiz to win in the 10th round KO, and he doesn't put his time, and Ruiz wins in the 10th round in 1 second. If the guy hasn't put a time, we're going to give it to Robert because he gave the time, right?
Okay, excellent. Yes, and if you say on points and he wins on a split decision and someone said split decision, then they'll get it over the guy who just said points.
Exactly. But everybody's got, and we'll run this one right up until, put it on the site, we'll run this one up until, you know what I mean, 6 o'clock on Saturday evening, Brent?
Yes. I'm just laughing at Emil. He wants to try and make the admin as hard as possible for me, Gary. So what he does is he says here, Joshua KO 8th round. And then he comes in later and he says, what time in the 8th round? Now, Emil, I remember that when I'm looking at this thing, I'm going to try and figure out this. So please, you don't have to do it now, but if the guys can all put it in one post, it'll make things a hell of a lot easier than trying to piece it together.
Yeah.
But anyway, what's this? AJ? Oh, yeah, 4th round. Yeah, that's Vin's one, and he reckons it's going to be a KO there. So he's giving a little bit more information. So a lot of support for Joshua on here at the moment. Donovan?
Go for one. I'm going to go for 10th round, 2 minutes, 30 seconds, Ruiz.
Okay, Gary, I posted that. For you, so you're in.
Okay, good stuff. Okay. And then I think that, Brent, this would probably be an opportune time to go on to our 2 horses and the developments there. Am I right?
That's it. I mean, Gary, so first of all, thanks to all the guys. I think there's just one guy, and he did ask me if he could pay a little late. And so he'll be paying me in about mid-December, which is fine. But everyone else the money's been transferred across now. And we're in the process of picking the colors. So I just want to go and share the screen there quickly, and we can have a quick look at the colors there, Gary.
I had started off staying at the Formula One because guys were right. But when you send me the money for the horses, I quickly moved over to the Houghton Hotel, you know. So these are the 2. So what I did when we did the colors, Brent, I went for the purple and white, which is what we agreed in the end with the 2 guys that got to choose it. But the one guy had chosen red before white. So I thought, you know what I mean, let's just throw that in as well, you know.
Yes.
So there's just a red collar, cuffs and cap and everything. And these were the 2 that came up. For me, it's a no-brainer. I think they're both nice, but the one sticks out. The one I think is a magnificent set of colors, but it's not my decision. I only have 1 vote. And in this instance, everybody only has 1 vote. Brent, doesn't matter if you took the smaller package or the bigger package. We go with 1 vote. Yeah, I think that's it.
Definitely, the guys have voted, and I won't say I've got from everyone, but there's a definite majority for the top one, Gary.
Okay, well, that would be my choice as well. You know what I'm saying? So there we go. At least we have a majority. Something that I'm sure Boris Johnson will be hoping for as well next week. But, and I mean, I think they look really smart. Brent, I'm going to go ahead and order them now and officially do it and sign over everything there. And, you know, we'll be up and running. And, I mean, that's really exciting, I think. I think it's great. Like I said, you made a huge effort to do it. And all the guys that jumped in, you know, you don't get what you deserve in racing. That's the truth, you know. But, you know, the way the guys supported it, you know, we certainly deserve a little bit of success. Whether we get it, I bought a horse once with Gary Player. I mean, that is not dropping names. I'm going to tell you an interesting story, though, about something else. I bought this horse with Gary Player, and he came to me and he said to me, he bred it, right? This is a father, a champion, the grandfather, champion, grandmother, champion, mother, champion, all champions, you know? He said, but the only person that knows if it's going to be a champion is God. And that's the thing with horses, right? Doesn't matter what's on paper. Nobody knows that. That's a fact, you know. No humans know. So you got to be lucky and everything. But, you know, we definitely, one thing for sure, we're going to have more fun than anybody else that owns horses. And you never know. We might have a July winner there. You never, ever know. But I'll tell you an interesting story. I mean, what are the odds on this, right? When I went back to Cape Town, when I flew from Cape Town to Joburg 5 weeks ago, I sat next to Pravin Gordon, right? Just totally random draw, right? Next to him. 10 days ago when I went back to Cape Town, I sat next to Skulk Brits. Totally random draw, right? I'm not going to say which one I preferred and had more fun talking to, you know what I mean? But anyway, yesterday when I flew up from Cape Town to Joburg, the 3 of us were in the same plane again.
Wow.
So we were on different planes, the 2 flights, and the 3 of us were on the same plane, all within 3 seats of each other. I mean, he must be a good poker player, Pravin Gordon, because he didn't look that bad for a guy that was just about to put the airline into rescue. You know what I'm saying, hey, Brent? You know, I mean, that's what thing down here to do, to tell everybody, you know.
And I'm sure he enjoyed sitting next to you. I can imagine sitting next to you on an economy class seat must be quite tight. Or were you first class, business class?
No, the matter is, I got a lot of miles that I need to spend very quickly now before SA hit the wall. You know, there's no more economy for me. That I promise you now. Every opportunity I get to upgrade, I'm doing it. You know. So yeah. I mean, I guess that Gordon is entitled to his upgrade. He did bail them out for 5.5 billion rand last month, and I guess that Skulpris is entitled to his upgrade. Or you know what I mean? I don't know if he gets an upgrade, but he certainly deserved to travel first, a business class Skulpris. I mean, no, he's done a hell of a lot for rugby in South Africa, Brent. Sometimes we overlook him because maybe he never had the 120 test matches that John Smith had, or you know what I mean. But
interesting one there from Chris.
Yeah. That's a big possibility. Chris, are you more of an expert on horses or koala bears? But no. I mean, there could be a lot of truth in what he says there. There really could be, but that's for another show. Am I right, Brent?
Yeah, no, that's for sure. Hey, Gary, every time you put your hand up, I see this watch. Is that the sort of watch that tells you how many steps you've done in the day?
Yes, that's exactly what it is, Brent. So this is the latest Apple Watch. You know, if I tell you the story about it, people are going to get into trouble because people are going to say that I'm homophobic. I'm not at all, right? I'm not at all. But when I bought it, my wife said, let's put it this way, that the white strap is just definitely not me, right? That is far too feminine for me and I shouldn't do it. And I said, she's so stuck in the 1990s. Nobody cares about white straps anymore. Anyway, the first day I ever put it on, I walked to the airport and I give a guy my ID to get my ticket. And I'm not even going to use the accent what the guy said, but his words were, that is the most fabulous, outstanding looking watch he's ever seen in his life. So I'm going to say my wife was right. What I'm prepared to even do, I don't know if you can see this, Brent. Wait, let me try and get it in here. Can you
there
see
we
that?
Can see it.
Wait, so what I want to show you, so far today, I've done 4,505 steps and I've walked 3.16 kilometers, right? So that's what I've done today. I've had sex no times. Oh, no, sorry. That's the amount of steps I've climbed today, but they're exactly the same, you know. No, this is such a cool watch. I really, really love it. And there's different interfaces to make it look. So that's a sleep mode. It goes black there. If I touch it, it will go white, which is a dating like this. And it's going to tell you what I have to do. You will have seen where my Christmas lunch is tomorrow. And on my face, all I've got there is the date, the temperature, and how much exercise I've done. Those on my ring. But it's a really, really cool watch. And you know what I'm saying? Maybe one day we've got to run a competition for these watches.
Yeah, maybe how many steps you've done in a given day or something. And Gary, I mean,
next week. But it's impossible. They get it to within 50. I'll buy the person that gets it within 50 a new Apple Watch. Okay.
Right. We run that competition next week.
So I might stay in bed the whole of Thursday and go for a duck, or I'm going to get on my car and run it. I'll just tell you something else, and this is a true story, right? I didn't do it. But what happened is they were giving away watches. This was in England, right? Depending on, they did it here as well, depending on the exercise that you did. So like Discovery said, if you do so many steps a day and go to gym, we would pay for your health watch and everything, right?
Yes.
I don't know if this was Discovery. I have a feeling this was in England. And one guy stuck it on his dog's leg, right? And he lay at home and watched videos a whole day while his dog ran up and down to get food and everything. And he'd throw the biltong or whatever it is that they have there. And he was getting free watches like they were going out of fashion, right? Then there was another guy, I think he was South African, maybe that folklore, but I've been told the story from a reliable source. He get a call from the person the one day, and the guy says to him, I'm phoning from wherever it was, I don't know. Are you back from Durban? So the guy says, what do you mean? I'm in Joburg. The guy says, didn't you walk to Durban yesterday? He says, oh, you man, I walked to Durban. Have you lost your head? What had happened, the guy took his watch and he stuck it on his creepy crawly in his swimming pool. So everything was a step. He would have walked all the way to Durban in a matter of like 12 hours, you know. So he got badly bust, that guy, you know. But I've done a genuine 3,000. And I'm going back there. So what I did tonight, just so you know, I went downstairs, I had dinner, we ordered our starters. So we had our starters. Then I came up to do the show, and I said I'm going to be down there at exactly 10 to 8. They need to have my Asian salmon on my table when I get back there. So we do have about 4 minutes before I'm running down for dinner again, Brent? And we've got to talk about our tennis competition. So should I tell you what the prizes are to kick off, Brent?
Yes, let's do that.
So the prize is 2 tickets, right? People can, we're going to give, we'll see, I haven't decided. 2 tickets. If you're a non-Cape Town guy, it includes accommodation at a 4 or a 5-star hotel in Cape Town, depending where I can get. I have booked them. I'm not sure if they're 5 stars. They're great hotels. I got both. If they are 5-star, you can choose the 2 hotels, right? The one's called La Splendida and the other one's called Pepper. So they're both nice hotels and everything. And right, they're in Sea Point, and we got 2 tickets to the Federer Nadal match. You can't get them. It's hospitality, which includes dinner, everything. You know what I'm saying, Brent? We'll pay for everything. If you don't live in Cape Town, we'll fly you up and we'll fly you down. 2 nice accommodation. We'll pay for your Ubers. We'll do everything like that, right? But we're going to make a competition now. But I think that people have to qualify. It's a great prize, Brent. It's almost a money can't buy prize now. You know what I'm saying? I think that we've got to give it to guys that support GG Gaming, right? Yes. So I'd like you to put it up on your site. To qualify, I think that I don't want to be elitist and make it that people have to spend too much money. But I think that people must have spent 20,000 Rand. Would you say that's fair by the time the 2 of them play, Brent?
Yeah, no, I think that's fair enough. Because what have we got? What is it in February, Gary?
7th of February. So they got over 2 months to do it, Brent. We start off tomorrow. The clock starts ticking from tomorrow. 20,000 Rand in 2 months is not a lot, right? It doesn't include free bets. It's real money that you have to spend, right? So what we're going to do, we'll run a few competitions between now and then. Let's start off with a small one now. We'll give everybody, Brent, there's going to be a lot of admin. I might have to take you to the tournament anyway. 20 they can give. So we're going to give things always we'll make it reasonable, right? We're not going to say the last one's worth hundreds, but this will be a small one, right? 20 points if you can give us the winner of the Dubai Sevens. 10 points if you can give us a team that comes second. You get 1 chance only. For the Cape Sevens next week, we're going to make it 50 points and 25 points. All right, Brent?
Right, okay.
The team comes second. Then Australian Open Tennis will play. We'll give a lot of points for that. We'll give a lot of points for the test series between South Africa and England. I don't think Super Rugby started then. It might have just started. If the first week's included, then we'll give a lot of points for Super Rugby. We're going to stick with the topical stuff. You know what I'm saying, Brent? The stuff that our guys like. You know what I mean? We're not going to throw in anything funny. There's not going to be any volleyball or yukska or anything like that. We won't even put in the boxing this week. We might put in, I see there's a UFC fight that Conor McGregor's coming back in January. We might put in something there. But every week we'll put in something, Brendan. The bigger the event, the more points we'll give for it.
Excellent. Yeah, we'll keep a log on that. And of course, the important thing is I think we'll give all of these away. You must be watching live to get.
You have to watch it. Let's say you have to watch at least 3 shows, Brent. So tell your mates to get involved. You know what I mean? The more it's involved, the better. You know what I'm saying? There you go.
Fiji, South Africa. Right. So that Sean's gone. So if he gets both of those, if Fiji beats South Africa in the final, he will get 30 points.
He wins his 30 points, exactly, you know. I just want to say one thing. You can go Fiji.
Right, so in other words, Fiji win, you get the 20 points, but if they're beaten, you get the 10.
Right? So
as long as they make the final.
Fiji, exactly. So I don't know if
Sean's issue now is if South Africa beat Fiji in the final, then he gets no points.
You see, that's a bit unfair, right? That's a bit unfair. If you get the finals right, I think you should get another 20 points, Brent.
Okay, if you get so even if you get, so in theory, there's 50 points on offer.
He gets 50 points, you can get 50 points, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. If he gets it the wrong way around, South Africa, Fiji, then he still gets 20.
It's his 20, got the finals right.
Okay, excellent. But let's see what some of the guys are saying. I know you got a rush off soon now, Gary, but at least we got a comp because I know the boys love their Dubai Sevens. And just to mention, guys, 9 o'clock we got Oracle Rugby and Sean on, and I haven't been following it too soon. And Henrik asking, must we give the Sevens winner now? Yes, we need the Dubai winner now, Henrik. You've got to be watching.
They're not, Henrik, and Steve. It should be a lot easier then.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
Henrik, this one we have to close. We have to close by the time that tomorrow's game starts, hey, Brent.
Yes. Well, that's it. I think this one. Let's say the guys that are watching live tonight will be on this one, so that you've got to enter on the show here.
Okay.
What do you think, Gary?
Let them give it through to your next show, don't you think?
Okay. Yeah, they can do it or through to the next show. Or I tell you what, let's say for this one, but we'll close it off when tomorrow's action starts. They can post it below the video. If they're watching the show, they've seen that we didn't advertise it in advance. Right. They can post it below the video. But okay, I'm going to throw something else in, Gary. We're going as we go along here. If you get it and you're watching live, if you get it, you get a bonus 10 points as opposed to someone who puts it in after the show at the bottom.
That every time, Brent. Let's give it 10%, not 10 points, right? I know it's not a lot here, but throughout the series, we're going to give a 10% bonus if you put your prediction on during the show.
Okay, 100%. Okay. We'll get that. I'm not going to come up with any more suggestions because I don't want to complicate this anymore from an admin point of view.
It's going to drive you mad. I agree with that. But, I mean, I think we've done pretty well tonight with limited sort of material to work on. And, yeah, we go from that. I'm going to go destroy my salmon. And we'll catch up next week, Thursday, hey, Brent?
Excellent, Gary. Yeah, I look forward to it. And enjoy you having a Christmas lunch tomorrow.
Tomorrow I take all my poker staff for Christmas lunch. I'm really looking forward to that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? There were one or two girls that worked for us that were on probation period. That's ended now. They're both going to get permanent positions tomorrow. So that's pretty cool. So, yeah, all good, hey, Brent? You know what I mean? And, yeah, we'll talk next week, Thursday. We'll do it all over again.
Excellent. Gary, thanks very much. Thanks for joining us. And, yeah, I look forward to chatting next week. Enjoy your weekend.
Hey, cheers, guys.
Excellent. Guys, thanks very much to all the guys in the live chat. So let's just clarify that competition again. A lot of you have entered already, but we need the winner of the Dubai and the second. And if you get the winner, you get 20 points. For second, you get 10. If you get both finalists, you get a bonus 20. And there's a 10% bonus for whatever points you score if you comment live. Now, if you are watching this video late, don't worry. You can post it below the video. You can still qualify for the points. You just won't get the 10% bonus. And then we'll run that all the way through. So, guys, thanks very much for joining us there in the live chat. Look forward to talking to Oracle Rugby and Sean Nicholas about the sevens. They're going to bring me very much up to speed. Other than knowing they had a cracking day of betting, I don't really know too much what's going on. But look forward to chatting about that. And that's going to be in about 12 minutes' time. So thanks very much for joining us in the live chat. And we'll see you shortly.